Hi, I'm an Australian guy living here in Belarus, and I'm about to take you to my university cafeteria. And this is the most legitimately Soviet-era experience that you will have in Belarus. This is fantastic. The menu, I estimate, has not changed in about 50 years. Now, in general, Belarus is pretty modern. This idea that it's some kind of semi-communist backwater, it's not really accurate. Things here function like they do in most countries, at least the basics do. But this place is like stepping back in time. So I'm just getting towards the entrance of the university here. I might not film on the way through because they usually get a bit funny with that kind of stuff. In fact, I'll just try, see what happens. I'll take you down to the cafeteria. We'll order something. The whole thing is very Soviet from the whole room. It's just this crowded in room with chairs everywhere, and it's kind of like it's like a mezzanine level but sunk. So it's like half underground, half visible. You can kind of see those windows there. So it's like that, but underground. And the ladies that work there, they're lovely. I've built a lot of rapport with them from having my broken Russian chats with them. But they're kind of a bit grumpy, They're good though. They're good fun. So the whole experience is very kind of Soviet feel, And also, of course, the ATM or the tap card. How do you say it in English? Whatever it is, the bank machine there doesn't work right. So you got to pay cash because life. So I just got to tap to get in here. There's a lot of security just getting inside the building. So I just got to tap my student card here. Green light. Turns out I'm good. All right, it's just down here. So this is, we show you, just if you want to see. This is what a bit of the university looks like. Let's go down here. Now, what you'll see here, and I'm very mindful of this because there's quite a lot of mirrors here in Belarus, and it's a very vain culture, especially for the girls, quite a vain culture compared to Australian standards anyway. So you kind of come down here and you just got these big mirrors just here to check yourself out. And at any given point in time, you'll usually see many girls lined up doing their hair, checking their look, getting everything perfect. There's one of these that's about 8 meters long near the main entrance. I just came in the side entrance there. But yeah, so this is a very cultural specific thing. You can see some of the great paint schemes. They're actually painting at the moment. I notice they're doing a lot of capital works at the moment. I guess they're trying to employ people. I don't know. But it is exam time, by the way, and now holiday time for local students. So there's no one really around. So I thought it was a good time to come in. All right, we'll enter in here. I'll flip the camera around. So this is the beautiful cafeteria. So you got the washing thing here to wash hands. That's where you dump the trays when you're finished. Pick trays up. There's actually a menu here. I've never actually looked at this. I'll just show you anyway if you want to look. Can't really see a whole lot. So salad. Borscht is that fourth one with the prices there as well as of 30th of June, up until the 30th of June. All right, let's do a bit of ordering. I'll show you some food first and we'll order something. We've got salads here. Tick up here we have the normal stuff. So that's borscht. You see that's borscht there. Draniki. Different kind of meats with sir, with cheese on it. Different meat. I think it's eggplant. Oh, no, it's pork.
Германии, что мы хорошо живем, что у нас все есть.
Это хорошо?
Да,
конечно. You want to say hello?
Как у вас?
This is one of our beautiful staff members. Then we got some, that's blini down there. That's a pancake stuff. And this stuff, I think, is like a cheese, kind of like a fried cheese thing. So let's get maybe one of each. Let's go, Dobry. Можно борщ и два драники. What else should we try here? It's also tempting. I think this is kind of a dessert thing. You can see the jam there and like sweetened condensed milk. So I might try that. We'll get one blini as well. Specific. We might get one blini. I don't want to overorder here because I'll end up having far too much food. I get a bit excited here. Тоже один? Да, спасибо. Oh, okay. Хорошо. Да. So just saying that You have to have two. It's the portions, how they work. And I might just leave the blini. I'm getting too much food here. Oh, yeah. Yes, the Sahara stuff, yep. Spasiba. So that's just sweetened condensed milk, which you've probably seen. So this is obviously more a dessert kind of thing. Eta like a sir. Oh, tvorog. So it's made from cottage cheese in there. So that was a bit of fun. I thought she was getting a bit grumpy at me there. And I was a bit surprised because you can't tell because they don't really change their facial expressions that much. So if you miss a few words, you might not know what they're saying. But she was very happy in the end. That was kind of fun. As I say, I've seen these women most days that I've been here, so we're all quite familiar with each other. All right. So that cost me roughly deviate. So roughly 9 rubles, which would be around, what's that in USD? About 350 maybe, 350 USD. All right, so we have borscht, which is a soup. You can see in there, I think it's zucchini. That appears to be some spring onion, I think. And, of course, sour cream. This part of the world is very famous for its dairy. If you come to Belarus, it's all about the dairy, right? So you got some, is it smetana, whatever it's called. Here, this is draniki, with sour cream on top. Draniki, of course, is potatoes, fried potatoes. Inside's a bit of sausage meat, kind of like a hamburger meat on the inside. This is old school traditional. So you do get more modern versions now. Sometimes when you go to a restaurant, you get like a pizza size and it's kind of rolled over. And it's presented as like a semicircle, maybe with some onions or something else more tasty inside. And then last of all, I've never tried this before. This, she said, was tvorog, which is the basic thing is cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is very popular here. It's a great lean source of protein, very, very cheap here. As I say, Belarus are the masters of all things dairy, and with some sweetened condensed milk on top there. So this is kind of for dessert. So also water. So you probably know that the mineral water, the sparkling water here is very, very popular, as it is through most of Eastern Europe. So let's get into it. I'll do a bit of a taste test with each of them. Let's get stuck into some borscht. Mix in the sour cream there. Oh, yeah, look at that. The kuzni. It's actually pretty innocent. I've tasted borscht before. This is really quite innocent. It's cold. The main thing is, turns out this is not zucchini. Turns out these are cucumbers. So it tastes like a very summery variant of borscht. This is what I'm picking up here. Because I've tasted borscht in other countries. It's usually warm, quite salty. This is a very light flavour. And as I say, the cucumber is the dominant flavour. So if cucumber's dominating the flavour, we know that it's not a very strong taste. All right, put that over here. Bit of a kuzni. We'll put this here. All right, draniki time. So drowned in sour cream. Look at that, beautiful. Right, let's open him up. So inside, I've had this so many times you can't imagine, honestly. So inside there you can see there's like a sausage meat kind of thing. And this is all potato. It's almost like a hash brown. There. A bit of sour cream on there. I've got to say that's actually pretty good. She chucked it in the microwave. It's nice, warm, tastes quite salty. Has quite a good flavour. You can really taste the meat, the kind of hamburger meat coming through. It's actually pretty good, to be honest. I don't mind this at all. The borscht, take it or leave it. Honestly, it doesn't do much for me. But these dranikis, not bad. Oh, that's good. Now, for you guys, I'll quickly try this tvorog. Cottage cheese kind of sweet here. So maybe there'll be cottage cheese whole inside. Oh, no, the whole thing's cottage cheese. I can feel the rigidity. So you can see there, the specks of cottage cheese inside with a little bit of, yeah. Not bad, not bad. Look, it's a little bit dry, a little bit tough to chew. As you imagine, very dry. If you've ever had very low milk
Tvorog cottage cheese. It gets very dry. This is very dry, but the sauce here, the syrup here, really saves it. Look, not bad.
Okay, I finished my glorious 3-course meal. Let me give you a review on each of the dishes. First of all, the borscht. Look, the borscht tasted like cold bath water. The cucumber, I would give it about a 1 out of 10. You really wouldn't have that for any other reason than nutrients. Sorry, but it was really bad. The draniki was interesting. I enjoyed the draniki. It was tasty. It had this cool contrast of potatoes with meat with this sour cream on top. It was pretty good. I'd rate that highly. I would say it's a 7 out of 10. Pretty tasty. Would definitely eat it again. I've eaten it so many times you can't imagine already. Probably like 50 times or something crazy like that. The dessert, which was that kind of round stuff with syrup on it. Oh, look, it was okay. I'd eat it again. I'd give it a 4 or 5 out of 10, I'd say. Again, it was kind of dry and heavy to kind of chew. But the syrup, I'm a sweet tooth, right? So the syrup, this helped it a lot. Without the syrup, it definitely needs some help there. So I'd give that 4 or 5. Would order it again as well. To be fair, the menu down here is not that bad. Some of the other stuff with chicken and pork and fish you saw at the front row there with the cheese on top, that's fine actually. That's decent food. It's got some taste there. It's not bad at all. But I definitely, in my first few months here, I was eating here every day. And just like socializing, like the guys from class would come down here. We'd meet other foreigners, some locals as well. It was a good way to socialize and just kind of build a routine around doing this. And after a couple of months, I'm like, I just can't eat this stuff anymore. Let's just go anywhere else. There's so many restaurants around. Let's just do something else. And so we kind of broke that tradition. But every now and then I come back here for nostalgia's sake, and partake. And look, it's not that bad. But it's just very one-dimensional. And yeah, you can really see that the menu has not evolved. I would suggest it all. I would say with some confidence that's the same food they were dishing up at least half a century ago. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this content. Because I've been living here for a while, I've got a lot more videos about Belarus, culture, customs, what's going on here from an insider's perspective. If you enjoy the videos, please consider subscribing. And if you are really into this stuff, I've just built a Patreon page. I'm pumping out some really in-depth content. Of course, here, I'm just having a bit of fun with you. Look at the draniki. It tastes good. Here's what it is, right? If you want some more in-depth stuff about Belarus, go to my Patreon page and you'll find it there.